This is one of the ducks that I had butchered last year. Yes, the very same ducks that you see in my other videos. One of them is in this pot. I had 15 ducks. I kept 7 and butchered 8 back in November of 2020. And these ducks were only probably 15 weeks, maybe maximum, in age, but they turned out with lots of fat. You can see here we've scored it. It's going to go in the roasting pan. I did trim some of the fat off around the neck because if you don't know, duck fat is great when it's rendered down. You can't really get it too many places that I'm aware of here anyways, but I render it down and it's great to use later on roasting some potatoes or something. It's delicious. I'll show you that process. Not much more to show you for the duck, but I'll show you the end result and how delicious it looks. So what I have here is the rendered, I should say trimmed, pieces of fat from the duck that we cooked up yesterday. Unfortunately, I forgot to take a video of the roasted duck once it came out of the oven because it was just about supper time there and I wanted to sit down and eat. It was delicious and it was a very healthy duck, so it shows when you roast it up and prepare it. The fat that I have here, you just trim it off. You have to cube it up. I've kept it in the fridge overnight so it stays a little easier to cut. This knife isn't the sharpest right now. And what you want to do is you're just going to throw this into a pan or a frying pan, or I'm just using a saucepan here. You're going to throw a bit of water in there as well. You're going to bring it up to heat to the point where I guess it's almost boiling. I'm going to get a pair of scissors because this knife is terrible. So raise the heat in your pan. Get it up to a hot point where it's just about boiling. I don't know, 20 minutes maybe, 10 minutes. And then turn down the temperature to a simmer. And depends how much of the fat you have. I've seen it go as long as an hour, but you want to simmer it until what you have in the pan looks clear. So there you go. Dump in a bit of water. Your pan is cold at this point. I'll crank the heat and show you the end result, or at least the midpoint of the rendering process. So the pieces of duck fat have been kind of rolling at that bit of a boil now for 6-7 minutes or so. You can see that they've already reduced in size quite a bit to what that they were when I cut them up. Anyway, they'll shrink up some more. I'm not going to film too much of this, but you'll get the idea that it's rolling and reducing there. So I'm going to turn the heat down a bit to just a simmer, and then I may add some more water depending on kind of what it looks like. I don't want it to burn, but we'll show you the end result. So the duck fat has rendered for about 40 minutes. It turned into a very nice clear oil, you can see. I'm going to go ahead and pour that into my mason jar just through it's a strainer, but it's a tea strainer. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully I don't make a mess. As you can see, you don't end up with a whole lot of it. Once it's rendered down, it's a beautiful golden color. Once that cools and chills, it turns into a nice white fat. And now with the remaining pieces, I'm just throwing them back in the pan and let them fry up a little bit more, and they're just like little crunchy bits of fat. In Newfoundland, I think they call them Scrunchins. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm going to give those a try and let you know what they taste like. I might season them with some salt. Not that that's going to make it any healthier, but hey.